Now in this demonstration I'm going to show you how to do this fantastic dog's ear. I'm going to start by using the white. It probably looks quite complicated, but actually it's not. Now, it's always a good idea, whenever you're doing fur or hair, is to work in the direction that you see the hair or fur lying in, like that. This gives it a very realistic effect. Now I'm going to do the rest of this, and I'll do it in my usual stop-start fashion. What that means is, I won't be narrating it, I should just be carrying on. But I've already told you what I'm going to be doing, so you'll be able to see me finish this, and I'll be doing all of the hair, all the white hair of the animal, and then we're going to work on the darker hair. Now this first application of hair, you see that I've made it really strong. In other words, you can't see any pastel paper showing through. The next section is in here. Now this time you will see some of the pastel paper showing through. In other words, it's not as strong an application. And you've got a division there, which we can use in a minute. All these lines will be on the line drawing if you choose to use it. Now inside here, we want to put a little bit of white. Again, just the same idea. Not too much, because I'm going to put a pink in here in a minute. But we need a base colour, which is what we call the cushion colours, or base colours. You see the difference between the two? Let me show you why I did that. First of all, let's use the pink, because that'll be the most obvious colour. I'm going to put the pink in, and that's going to come in right up to there. I don't want it over here, because that's going to be more grey. And then fill it in these in-between areas, like that. And again, up there. Now that's just about all the pink that we want. Don't want to make it too strong. Okay, now, next colour is going to be the grey. Now this is a mid-grey I'm using. And that can come on top of the white here. Quite a light application, you don't want to make this too strong at the moment. And that can come down on this edge, where we've got the dark line. And it can also go into the pink, because this is a bluey, cooler grey, and this and pink works really well together. Now the other thing we've got to do is we've also got to extend some of this into the fur. Now the reason I'm doing that is it just makes the white fur just a little more interesting. You see how easy that is? Very light application. And you can also, and having once done that, you can also use a couple more colours. One is the Ivory. I'm only using 10 colours in this particular picture to make it easy. And you put the Ivory into the pink. It just makes it, again, more interesting. Into the white, I mean. Okay, like that. And you can also then just add just a spot or two of pink as well. If you do it the way I'm showing you, you'll find it'll work out really well. Just a little bit of pink in here. Now we need to make that a little darker. So what I've got here, this is a 169 in the Faber range, and that's quite a strong colour, so you don't want to make too strong, but just a little bit to make it look a little more depth in the ear itself, and that can be added very lightly on top. It can come all the way over here, like that. And there's another colour in here that I also want to add on, which is the ochre. Ochre and grey and pink all work really well together, so you can put just a little bit of this in as well. And then what we've got to do is blend that together. A little bit of ochre around here as well, and into there. Now, if you haven't got a blender like this, you can use a paper blender or any other blender you may have. Start with the light colour and just bring it back like I'm showing you again, working in the direction that you see the hair lying in. You've got the reference picture to help you and guide you through here. And see how nice that looks. We can reapply the white, and I will probably do that in a minute. Now that's all the strong. Now we've got to go into this darker colour. This is where it will show up a bit more. Like that. Now we don't really want it much darker than this, but I think we could do with it just a little more depth just here. But otherwise I think it's coming up very well. Now you see how simple it is. It's nothing really hard about that as long as you follow those guidelines I've given you. Blow the dust away. Now this is a little bit risky. I'm going to make this just a little darker in here by reapplying the grey. This is the mid-grey. Okay, like that. And also this colour, which is Payne's grey. This is another very dark colour, but because we're putting it on top of those lighter under base colours, cushion colours, it's not going to appear quite so strong. And then we just want to blend that again. And there we go. That's got the colour and the tones that I wanted there. Now, I'm going to put black on, but I can't put black on. I've got to put 2 or 3 other colours before I start. And I start from there, and that comes into the white. Now, bring it into the white like that. It's always a good idea, even though we could put the white back over the top of this, and probably I will do in a minute. It's a nice idea to pull it into the white to start the ball rolling. Now I'll apply this in the same way that I applied the white earlier, because it's going to take a little while for me to do it, but you'll see most of it done in little bits and bobs. Okay, that's what I'm looking at, going all the way down there. And then I'm going to use the other colour, which is the 181. So let me show you that as well, because I'll be doing all of this. That goes on top of the grey, like that. And then, as if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to use a little bit of black on top of that, which makes it even darker. Now you're going to be seeing all this in stop-start as I go through, all the way through here. When you've done that, it's a nice idea just to use your colour shaper and just soften it a little bit, like that. Now all those colours mixed together, giving you a really wonderful tone. Although primarily it's black, it's got all those other colours underneath it, which don't make it, see how it started off life? And I did say I was going to bring some white back. Well, this is where you can just push the white. If you twist the pencil as you do this as well, you can bring the white back, and you'll see me doing all that too. So get me to go through that on a stop-start basis, and you'll see all of this finished. almost finished now. Another thing you can do, the colours that I put in here, if you've got the blender, you can use it, just pour some of the colour into the white, because we can put the white back on here in a minute, and that will look great. If you haven't got one of these, all you do is you use the white pencil, and you can do the same thing with it, but it's better to have a blender. Okay, now, the white can go back. This time, I showed you how to twist the pencil. Look at the wording down here. You can see that what I'm doing. I've already showed you how to do that. So let's go down this edge here. You're bound to bring some of that colour, dark colour, back in, but that doesn't matter as long as you're blending and twisting it, like I'm showing you. It will register really well. There we are, look how good that is. Then you can put the rest of it in, again, just putting a few lines, following the direction that you see the hair lying in. And you get some fantastic effects. Let's just show you a couple of little things you can do. Little flicks of the pencil, just to make it look a little hairy. It always looks that little bit nicer. Well, there we are. That's the end of this demonstration. I should be doing more demonstrations on this particular dog. I'll be doing the top of the head, or the fur, and then I'll be doing the eyes and the mouth, and also the background. So look out for them. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.